Good morning, dear learners. Hope you are doing well. Welcome to the new lesson online. So we are going to study mathematics. So you remember that these days we are studying ratios in direct proportion. Today we are going to start our revision about sharing in ratios. Question number 1. Share 360 mangoes in the ratio of 3 to 2 to 3. Solution. You remember when you are sharing in the ratios, first we'll find the total shares. Total shares or total ratios. Whereby you have 2 plus 3 which is equal to 5 shares. After finding total shares, we will find 1 share. You remember that 1 share is equal to the total number of mangoes divided by the total shares, whereby we have 360 mangoes divided by 5. So you remember how to divide, but if you don't believe in your quick multiplication, please you can divide the side where you have 360 divided by 5. Here we take 3 divided by 5 is not easy. Let's take 2 digits. 36 divided by 5, we put 7. To have 7 times 5 equal to 35. Then we divide. 6 minus 5 equals to 1. 3 minus 3 equals to 0. Bring down 0. 10 divided by 5 equals to 7, equals to 2. 2 times 5 equals to 10. Then we subtract to get 0. Here we have 72 mangoes. This means 1 share is equal to 72 mangoes. And here now the first share, if 1 share equal to 72 mangoes, so how many? When you have 2 shares, for 2 shares we take 2 times 72. 2 times 72 mangoes. Here we can do very quickly to take 2 times 2 equals to 4. 2 times 7 equals to 14. To have 144 mangoes. 144 mangoes. Second share. For second share here we have 3 shares. Here we have 3 times 72. 72 mangoes. To have now 3 times 2 equals to 6, and 3 times 7 equals to 21, whereby we have 216 mangoes. When you want to give the proof, you can say 144 plus 216, we find that we have 360 mangoes. This is how we can share in the ratios. Now, second example, share 210 cows in the ratio of 3 to 7. You remember we have first total shares. We have 3 plus 7 to get 10 shares. After the second step, we have to find one share. Remember that to get 1 share, we have to take total number of cows, total 210 cows, divided by total ratios, divided by 10. And simplify by 10 to get now 21 cows. I mean 1 share is corresponding to 21 cows. Now, first share You know that for first share we have a 3. 3 shares equal to 3. The number of shares is increasing. 1 share for 3 shares, take 3 times 1 share times 21 cows. Whereby you have 3 times 1 equal to 3, 3 times 2 equals to 6, 63 cows. That is the first share, which is equal to 3 shares. Now second share, for second share we have 7 shares. We take now 7 times 21 cows. It is equal to 7 times 1 to 7, 7 times 2 equal to 14. 147 cows. So this is how now we can share in ratios. I think you remember very well. The lesson of today, the new concept, we have the concept of direct proportion. Here there are 2 questions which will help you to understand what is proportion. Question number 1. If one book costs 200 francs, will 3 books cost more or less than 200 francs? Let's repeat the question. If one book costs 200 francs, will 3 books cost more or less than 200 francs? As you can see, here you have 1 book and here you have 3 books. The number of books is increasing. The number of books is increasing. So here you have the cost of 1 book. Now, the cost of 3 books will be 200 francs. As you can see, no. Since the number of books is increasing, even the cost, the amount of money will increase. Here, the answer is very simple. We will say 3 books will cost more than 200 francs. Therefore, as you can see, 3 books will cost more than 200 francs. It costs more than 200 francs. If one quantity increase, even the other quantity will increase. It is proportional. We increase. One quantity increase and another quantity also increase. We will see how we can find this in our examples. Let's see the question number 2. If 5 pens cost 500 francs, will 2 pens cost more or less than 500 francs? Here also it is clear. As you can see, we have 5 pens and 2 pens. The number of pens is decreasing from 5 to 2. This the result will be that also the amount of money will decrease. So, as conclusion, you can see, we say that therefore 2 pens, as you can see, if 5 pens cost 500 francs, will 2 pens cost more or less? It is very clear that 2 pens will cost less than 500 francs. 2 pens will cost less than 500 francs. This is what we call proportion. Even for you, you can give the definition. As you can see, proportion is a situation whereby an increase in one quantity causes a corresponding increase in the other quantity. And the decrease, when the number decreases, also the amount of money will decrease. Now let's see that. Take a look on our examples to understand better. Here we have examples. 4 books cost 200 francs. What is the cost of? So let's take a look at our examples. Here, example number 1. 4 books cost 2,000 francs. What is the cost of 7 books? Here, what you have to see, What is the required quantity? What they are asking you. The first line, first you have to know what are they asking. You see, what is the cost? So if they are asking the cost, they are asking the amount of money. Make sure that what they are asking will go to the right hand side. You see here we have 2,000 francs, and left hand side we put 4 books. As in our ratios also, as you can see proportion, it is like ratios. When you have 4 books that cost 2,000 francs, the next line we will see now 1 book will cost how much money? 1 book will cost how much money? We can ask ourselves, 1 book will cost less or more than 2,000 francs. If it is one book, if it will cost less, keep in mind that you have to divide. If it is less, you divide. If it is more, you multiply. Here, since you have 1 book, will cost less, we will take 2,000 francs for 4 books, then we divide by 4. This is the cost of 1 book. The cost of 1 book. I think it's clear. So this is simple. Also have 3 steps only. The last line we will see now what they asking now the cost for 7 books. We put 7 books will cost how much? So since we know the cost of 1 book, it is easy. We will take the cost of 1 book times 7, which is equal to 2,000 francs divided by 4 times 7. Here you can simplify it, it's easy. We know that 20 divided by 4 equals to 5. You can simplify everywhere by 4. Thereby here we have 2,000 divided by 4 equal to 500 francs. 4 divided by 4, which is equal to 1. Then you multiply 5 times 7 equals to 35. 35, and you add 2 zeros. Remember to put, if it is amount, if they are asked what is the cost, remember that the answer will not be books, the answer will be francs. So therefore, 7 books will cost 3,500 francs. You see, when the numbers of books increase, also the amount of money will increase. It is clear. So the second example, the cost of 6 mangoes is 1,200 francs. What is the cost of 4 mangoes? What is the cost of 4 mangoes? Now let's start our steps. First of all, I have to see what is the required quantity. They are asking what is the cost. They are asking the cost. What they are asking, remember that it is written in the right hand side. This will start here 1,200 francs. And 6 mangoes will come here. 6 mangoes cost 1,200 francs. So the next steps, what is the cost of 1 mango? Now 1 mango will cost, first ask yourself if 1 mango will cost less or more money. You know that when it is 1, the number is decreasing, we have to divide. So we'll take 1,200 francs divided by 6. This is the cost of 1. When it is less, we divide, remember, always. And what are they asking now? 4. So 4 mangoes. 4 mangoes will cost how much? Since we know the cost of 1 mango, it is easy to know the cost of 4 mangoes. We take now the cost of 1 mango, which is 1,200 francs divided by 6 times times 4 mangoes. Rabbi, now here we use quick calculation. You know that 12 divided by 6. It is clear that you see that 12 divided by 6 equals to 2. Now we divide everywhere by 6. Here we will get 200. This means the cost of one mango is 200. Even you can even find the cost of one mango. I want that we do them together, but then you can find the cost of one mango and you will multiply by 4. 200 francs times 4, we will get now 2 times 4, go to 8, 800 francs. 800 francs. This means that the cost of 4 mangoes is 800 francs. Thank you very much. So this is the end of our lesson. We will check now the exercise in school.